Before we begin, viewer discretion is strongly advised. The following is for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is the verbatim federal courtroom testimony of the Sean Diddy Combs trial, as reported by the Inner City Press.
You could tell he was nervous, and he said it in the courtroom. I saw like his hand shaking a bit.
The courtroom fell silent, not because someone spoke, but because of what they saw. Surveillance footage, grainy, unedited, showing none other than Sean Diddy Combs entering Kim Porter's room, hours before she died. It wasn't supposed to exist. It wasn't supposed to surface. And yet, there it was, forcing everyone in that courtroom to question the truth behind a death once dismissed as natural. But was it natural, or a perfectly orchestrated cover-up? Because once this footage leaked, it wasn't just about Kim Porter anymore. It became the key that unlocked a vault of darkness, abuse, intimidation, trafficking, and even murder for hire. And the man at the center of it all? Diddy. But how deep does the rabbit hole really go? Then came a twist no one saw coming. A mysterious book surfaces, allegedly based on Kim's private diary, titled Kim's Lost Words, A Journey for Justice from the Other Side. It paints a chilling portrait of her final days. Within its pages are claims of physical abuse, manipulation, and a disturbing discovery, compromising tapes locked in Diddy's personal vault. But here's where it gets complicated. Her family denies ever authorizing the book. Her children claim it's a fraud. So why does the narrative in the book align with what former insiders like Gene Deal have said for years? Could this be the voice of a woman silenced too soon, fighting for justice even in death? Or is someone using her story to settle scores? Kim Porter wasn't the only one. Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, came forward with horrifying allegations, claims backed by actual surveillance footage from 2016 showing Diddy physically assaulting her. But it didn't stop at violence. Cassie revealed years of sexual coercion, forced encounters, and psychological torment. Even more damning, Diddy paid $20 million to settle her lawsuit out of court, without ever denying the details. Others, like singer Dawn Richard and Cassie's own mother, backed her up. They say Diddy used fear and surveillance to control women like puppets. So now the question lingers. If he paid to silence Cassie, did he silence Kim Porter permanently? Diddy is no longer partying in mansions. He's behind bars at Brooklyn's MDC, the same prison that once held Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly. He's on suicide watch, his legal team crying foul over conditions, maggots in the food, violent inmates, and rising suicide rates. But the real shocker, his bail request for $50 million was flatly denied. The court believes he's too dangerous to be released. Why? Because they say he's still trying to contact witnesses, still trying to manipulate the story. What is he so desperate to keep buried? This isn't a simple celebrity scandal. It's a legal nightmare, and Diddy is right at the center of it. He's not just being accused of one crime. He's facing a stack of federal charges that read like the blueprint of a criminal empire. Sex trafficking, racketeering, criminal conspiracy, transporting individuals across state lines for prostitution. But these aren't just cold legal terms. They point to a system, one allegedly built on manipulation, intimidation, and exploitation. Prosecutors argue that Diddy used his power and fame as weapons. Women weren't guests in his world. They were commodities, moved from city to city, silenced with cash settlements and airtight NDAs. The goal, control. The method, fear. And the cost, untold trauma that's only now being brought into the light. And here's the part that chills you. If even a fraction of this is true, we're not witnessing the downfall of a celebrity. We're watching the collapse of a criminal enterprise disguised as a music empire, and the cracks are only just beginning to show. The deeper investigators dig, the more names start surfacing. Diddy is now being linked to tax evasion, money laundering, and even wiretapping, allegedly spying on Kim Porter before her death. And in a wild twist, he's been tied to the murder of Tupac Shakur, with claims from Keefe D that Diddy once offered $1 million to have Tupac killed. Meanwhile, even Mayor Eric Adams, who once honored Diddy, finds himself under federal indictment. The question becomes, how many powerful people knew what Diddy was really doing behind closed doors and turned a blind eye? Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a music producer, didn't just drop a bomb. He dropped a book. In a 100-page lawsuit, he accuses Diddy of grooming, sexual exploitation, and forcing him to take part in freak-offs, wild, drug-fueled sex parties attended by A-list celebrities. But the names don't stop at Diddy. The suit drags Cuba Gooding Jr., Young Miami's cousin, T.D. Jakes, and even hints at Jay-Z. Lil Rod says these parties weren't just private. They were orchestrated. And the worst part? Some of the most explosive names haven't even been made public. Yet. Why are so many celebrities staying silent? A leaked audio clip, allegedly implicating Meek Mill, sent shockwaves across social media. He denies it, but the clip still went viral. Even Khloe Kardashian admitted to attending Diddy's notorious parties. Allegations swirl of drugging, forced participation, and abuse at events that looked like after-parties, but felt like rituals. Are the rich and famous covering for each other, or are they victims too? And if more audio leaks, whose voice might be next? Diddy was once the king of hip-hop, a man who turned beats into billions. But today, the mask is off. Behind the sunglasses and swagger is a man surrounded by death, betrayal, and a growing mountain of legal hell. Kim Porter's haunting end, Cassie's terrifying truth, a vault of secrets cracking open one confession at a time. And the world is finally watching. Because this isn't just a trial, it's a reckoning. And no one, not even Diddy, can silence everyone forever. If you found this video eye-opening, disturbing, or just downright unbelievable, subscribe to the channel. We're diving deep into every hidden corner, every suppressed voice, every untold truth. Because justice doesn't start in court. It starts with you. Hit that bell. Stay awake. More is coming.